How you
Hi, how
doing?
are you?
I'm pretty good, and you?
Good. What's your name?
My name is Kazu. And what is your name?
My name is Maddie.
What?
Did
And
you
what
hear
is
me?
your name?
My name is Maddie.
Nari. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
So,
too.
so I started to learn English for years ago, but a long time I did it, practice my English and 3 months or 5 months, and I'm so shy.
Oh, well, I mean, this is the perfect place to practice. Obviously,
Mm,
there's like no stress here and, no judgment. So I know that it can be kind of stressful sometimes to speak in another language.
mm.
Like when I speak in French, I get the same thing. I get kind of scared, but don't be. It's no big deal.
Are you are you studying French?
I am an English teacher in France.
Oh, that's good.
Hmm.
So, can you introduce yourself? I'd like to really get to know about you.
Yeah, sure. Um, so like I said, my name is Maddie. I'm from the United States. I'm from Oklahoma, which is in like the middle of the US. I've lived in France for almost 3 years now. Um, and I live in Paris.
Oh,
Um,
first.
mhm. And yeah, so I can speak French also. But I'm like still learning. I mean, I mean,
Uh,
I feel like it takes so long to get to like a really high level of any language, but yeah, so I speak French and I'm an English teacher here and yeah, that's pretty much it. Any
yeah.
any questions?
Any question? So you are interested to learn and to teach English for students around the world. So I introduce to you. My name is Kazu. I'm from Brazil, by the way. I don't know. You don't ask me where I'm from, but I'm from Brazil.
Hmm.
But I moved I moved to Japan. I've been here 2 years in Japan. And you can ask, if you are living in Japan, why are you learning English? So that's because I do like to exchange program in Australia or United States. It's my, my time here is temporary because I do like to move and maybe come back to Brazil. So,
Wait,
but
so,
I try to learn. Hmm?
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, can you ask?
Wait, so you live in Japan?
Yeah, I've been living in Japan for 2 years, but I
Wow.
try to. Yeah, because my grandpa and my grandma they are from Japan, so it's easier to get a visa work, long term work. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Wow.
it's so, but so stressful to work.
Mm,
I work in factory auto parts, so stressful pain in my chest. I can say in the behind for me.
mm.
It's pain a lot.
Uh,
Just
yeah, that sucks. So can
that
you
sucks.
can you speak Japanese?
ちょっとだけ日本語そう難しいね。
You can?
No, I can't.
Oh.
I can speak a little greetings.
Hmm.
お名前は何ですか? What is your name? How are you? お元気ですか? Oh,
Wow.
tipo, 出身はどこ? I can't remember. Xuxinha do... Xuxinha nas casas, tipo, onde você vive, né? I forgot. Just a little greetings. I can't speak Japanese very well, but I try to learn. Because I try to learn English because the most language I love and I like to become fluent, but I need I need to speak Japanese because I live here and the people just speak Japanese, and yeah, it's so hard when you live in the country and you can't speak the local countryside,
Yeah,
I
like
can
you
say.
can't speak the local language.
Yeah, it's so hard. You understand me.
Yeah, of course.
You are live. You live in
Hmm.
Paris. And you told me before, but yeah, yeah. I love to learning and I love to learning language, and the next to learn Japanese and next French is Spanish, but Spanish I don't like very much. But
Why? Why don't
I don't
why don't you
learn.
like Spanish?
Uh, because the people so rude.
What?
I don't know.
What? What?
The Spanish it's so good, and the people when the neighbor language is Spanish, they force you to speak Spanish.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. I think in France they kind of do the same thing where if you don't come to them with French, they get like really upset. They're like they don't like that. If you come to them with like another language, they're like no. Um so yeah, it's kind of the same way in France.
But can you speak a little greetings or phrases
No,
French?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I like I like
I can
I like sounds the voice, the intonation, the pronunciation. I like the phrase in French.
yeah.
I know I like I think it's so beautiful the language. It's so charming, I can say.
Yeah, it's a beautiful language, I think. It's hard for me though. The accent is super hard for me.
Que nem bonjour, je suis pas français. Assim, sim.
Like
Je
je
suis
suis français.
je suis pas le yeah. Je suis
Yeah,
français.
it's like you would say like je suis français. It's like I am French. Je parle français. I speak French. Um,
Ah, je
je
parle.
parle.
Je parle
Mhm.
français. Como how can I say I can't speak
To say you
French?
can't, so like to make something negative in French, you add the ne at the beginning of the word and pas at the end. But when you speak French, they don't usually say the ne. So you would just say like je parle pas français.
Je parle français.
Yeah, je parle pas français.
Je parle, je parle français.
Hmm.
Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah, and in like the R sound for me, it's like the R sound. It's very difficult because in the U.S. we say R, but they have
Yeah.
it's a
Or
completely different sound. So
yeah,
hard for
it's
me sometimes.
for me it's so hard to learn Japanese because do you know there are three characters kanjis, it is symbols. The kanji is so difficult. 3,000 3,000 characters you need to remember, but it's so hard. But I try to.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, but I'd like uh, to learn the th sound because I have struggle to the pronunciation. I think the best one It's, yeah, the bathroom, tooth. How can I say? How can you speak with th sound?
The what sound?
A th sound, and
The
for example, th sound.
like the sound?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like bathroom.
yeah, bathroom.
Mhm.
So I told you before, I'd like to learn English because it's like exchange program. So how can I improve my English? What I need to do?
I think that aside from um aside from practicing like speaking to people, like speaking to people on Cambly, or if you know anyone else that can speak English, that's a great way to practice. But I think one of the best ways to learn is watching TV, watching movies, and reading books in English.
Reading
Hmm.
books.
Yeah, because reading books is great because you can do it at your own speed, and it's a great way to build vocabulary. And then watching movies and series is great because you hear how people actually talk. You know, like, because when you learn in a book, it's like,
It's, it's different because
yeah,
the the normal life and the people don't ask how are you. Hey man, what's up? What's buddy? How you doing?
exactly.
Oh, what do?
Exactly. Like, for example, my students at school, whenever I say, I'm like, hey, guy, like, hi, everyone, how are you? And they always go, I'm fine. And you? Like a robot. And I'm like, don't
It's
ever say that. I'm
like
like, no, just say, like, oh, I'm good. Oh, I try to get them to sound like more natural. And
it's so no natural.
yeah. So
Oh,
I would definitely
yeah,
suggest watching movies and films for sure.
yeah, yeah. I watch those video from YouTube
Yeah,
and
YouTube is
channels
great.
EnglishInchPod.com.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. And I download the apps to learn in English and Japanese too. Yeah, and I subscribe on Cambly.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, if you're doing all of these things, I mean, you should start to learn pretty quickly, I would think. I mean, if you're speaking it, if you're listening to it, podcasts, you could listen to a podcast. And it's nice.
uh, pod,
Sorry?
podcast. It's Spotify.
Yeah,
Do
there's
you
podcasts.
can you recommend Spotify or
Yeah, you can
it's
use
like that?
Spotify or do you have an iPhone?
Yeah, I use the iPhone in the moment to talk to you, to chat to
Ah,
you.
okay. So if you have the iPhone, there's a little app. It's the podcast app, and you can search all sorts of podcasts. I mean, there's like every single subject that you could ever want. It's probably on there.
Mm, oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I mean, it's nice because to learn a language is so like it's really accessible to learn English. There's so many there's just so many ways to learn English and so many resources that it's really accessible.
Oh, thanks for advice.
Yeah, of
I will
course.
apply this. Thanks so much to teach me, and see you next
Yeah,
next class maybe.
yeah, for sure. Thank you and have a good rest of your night and everything and good luck with your Japanese.
Thanks so
Thank
much. You
you.
look like so tired.
Me?
I think you need to sleep.
Uh,
Yeah,
a little bit.
you're not
Yeah, a little
a
bit.
little bit. はい。